What's up, everyone? All right, guess what? Today is the 21st consecutive green day. I actually lost count at the beginning of the week. Last Friday was my 18th green day, and then on Tuesday I said it was my 18th day again, so I've been a day behind. So today's actually the 21st consecutive green day, up $812. Not a home run, but a solid base hit. And one of the things I'll talk about during today's recap is that I actually was swinging for the fences on two of my trades today, taking big positions, really going for that big win, and both of them, ended up not working. One of them was still a $1,000 winner out of what could have been probably $15,000 of potential, and the other one was a $75 loss out of what also could have been probably $7,500 to maybe $10,000, maybe $15K back of the mind home run potential. So, kind of a day where I got a little too aggressive for the market we're in. I gotta remember and remind myself, base hits. It's through base hits that I've been able to grow this small account from $583 to over $875,000. It's taken about 2,200 trades to get to where I'm at now. Probably another couple hundred trades between me and crossing over the $1 million mark. And I'm gonna prove that, from $500 to $1 million is possible when you take the small profits along the way. Sure, an occasional home run is nice, but you can't be in that mentality of always swinging for the fences, because if you do that, you're gonna keep getting loss after loss after loss. And that one home run is probably not going to make up for all the losses. So anyways, we'll go through today's trades. As usual, any questions, any comments, leave below. I'll answer them later today. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning, 9:15 pre-market analysis, live on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed so you get the notification when I go live. All right, see you guys tomorrow. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. Today is going to be my 21st consecutive green day, which is awesome. I mean, I'm on a really nice hot streak here. The longest hot streak I've ever had was 56 consecutive green days, and that started in right around Thanksgiving and then carried through the, I think, end of January. So this hot streak began around just before Christmas and is, continuing here through January. This is around it's the same time of year as I had my last long hot streak. However, on this hot streak, I've actually probably made more money. That last one was 2 years ago. It carried into the beginning of the $583 small account challenge. So, during the first few weeks of that challenge, even though I was really consistent, I wasn't actually making a lot of money because I was trading with a $500 account. I was making $125 a day, $180 a day, which was certainly nice, but not by any means the type of profit I'm making these days. So today, $812.67. Commissions probably won't be that much today. Didn't trade a whole lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna look here and see in the last 21 days what the total profit from this hot streak is. It looks like $53,790.79, which is pretty solid. So there's the P&L here today, up $812. You can see, kind of like yesterday, not a home, definitely, obviously no home runs today. Nothing that was a huge winner and a couple of small losses, but considering the share size I've been trading, I would say this is still really, really solid. So today started just like any other day, looking at the gap scanner. I'll run this gap scan, a historical date here. Let's see, why is this giving me a hard time? We're gonna do this for 9:25 a.m. this morning. So this is the market as I saw it this morning at 9:25 a.m. Leading gapper was CLDC at 164, up 46% with news. It's got an 18 million share float, 800,000 shares of pre-market volume. The bell rings and it sells off. No trades. I was watching it possibly over the pre-market high right here of 170. But that level didn't end up breaking, so I didn't get any trades on it. So no trades on CLDC. This one was too cheap. BLNK, I honestly didn't think really would do that much with 17 million share float. I just wasn't that optimistic about it, but it actually did a nice gap and go trade from 265 up to 295. So a nice 30-cent breakout there, and unfortunately I missed it. It didn't give us a first pullback and has since retraced. So nothing right there. So that was BLNK, TLGT. This one wasn't interested in, floats too high. So not interested in that one. Too expensive, floats too high, too expensive, not enough volume. This one, AVCO, was a dead cat bounce off of the really big sell-off yesterday. Wasn't really interested in that one. Nothing. So we basically had a pretty dead gap scanner this morning. This was, just, one of those days where we just didn't get good follow through. All right. So, in terms of gappers, now we had a couple of stocks on watch from yesterday. MBOT was one of them. MBOT, it made this really big move yesterday, all the way up to $12, but then, dropped back down here. A secondary offering after in the afternoon around 3:30. I was watching it pre-market for a possible break of 950. It did break that level, but I ended up getting in for a scalp over 10 at 995. It hit a high of 1003 and then dropped. I stopped out with a $29 loss on 3,000 shares. So kept my loss pretty minimal there, which was good. Just obviously wasn't the right entry and then pulled back from there. And that was the only one that was kind of off the watch list. So then once the bell rang, BOSC all of a sudden starts squeezing up. And I see it, and I see, boom, a headline that was posted at 9:31 a.m. And so as soon as I see it squeezing up, I went ahead and jumped in at 258, which was right here. And I added at 286, and I added again at 296, going for the break over $3. We got the break of 3, and then it immediately came back down to 268. And I ended up stopping out of that with $918 of profit, which was good, but I was really thinking with the breaking news that this was a former runner stock, that we might get some real action on this. This would be, the biggest mover of the day. Here's a day where it went from $2.50 to $5. So I know this stock has the potential to move 100% in one day. It's done it on multiple occasions. With the breaking news headline, that gave me the confidence to jump in. And I was pretty aggressive, adding at 96 for the break of 3. Obviously that was aggressive, but in this case, I really thought, it was gonna continue higher, and I was just wrong on that. So anyways, stopped out with a profit, so was happy with that. Let's see. So BOSC, whatever, not a great trade. MBOT, not a great trade. And then the last one was TBLT. TBLT hits the scan. Where was this? Guys, remember, main room is stocks only. If you're off topic, we'll disable your chat. So we're going to disable chat if you are off topic in the main room. So let's see. The high here was 377. So this one pops up on the scanner right around here, 341. I jumped in it thinking, this is a good daily setup if it can break over 348, and that's exactly where I got in. It has room back up to 555 right up here. No catalyst, but a daily technical setup, the same as what MBOT had yesterday, the first daily candle to make a new high. Well, actually, that wasn't the case with TBLT, but it was still a good setup over this pivot here of 348. So I jumped in here with 9,000 shares, stepping up to the plate. It squeezes up to a high of 377, and I'm holding the whole thing. I'm up 30 cents, with 9,000 shares, so $2,700. I'm holding the whole thing, and I'm getting ready to add. I'm looking for this to get over 390, $4, 450. And on this trade, I did something a little unusual. I didn't sell any of it. I held the whole thing. I really thought this one was going to be the one. Now, I thought BOSC was going to be the one, and it wasn't. And I think maybe this is a good opportunity to kind of self-reflect and say, I'm starting to be a little aggressive. I'm starting to try to swing for home runs. Maybe I feel a little FOMO that I didn't do better on MBOT, or that I didn't do better on, some of the big movers that we've had in the last couple of weeks, and I'm trying to make up for it. And, I'm up 41,000 on the month right now, which is great. I'm happy with that. And, 21-day hot streak, I guess I'm in a position where I'm feeling a little comfortable, maybe swinging for a couple home runs. And so on this one, I decided to swing for a home run and not take any of the profit, thinking, if this breaks over 4, I'm going to add another. I actually typed in the order to add 6,000 shares, so I was going to go up to 15,000 shares. And, I was thinking 425, 450, maybe $5 if this really opens up. MBOT was so, made such a big move yesterday without news, but on a technical breakout, TBLT, a similar technical breakout. So I stepped up to the plate, with 9,000 shares and was prepared to go heavy, and it didn't connect. It came right back down, ended up losing $76. I could have easily sold this for $1,000, $1,500 of profit and been up, $2,300 today. And I sacrificed that $2,300 in exchange for what, was my hope that maybe we would see a big momentum stock. So, that's always a good time to self-reflect and say, okay, you're starting to swing for the fences. Remember to be grateful for these green days. $800 is great. And you know what? $2,000 would have been even better. Continuing to, just be consistent is what this is all about. Yes, it's nice to have a couple of big wins here and there. To have a $4,000 or $5,000 winner, would be great. But a $10,000, $15,000 winner would be awesome. The biggest winner this month is about a $6,500 green day. But I had a $10,000 green day this month, and then I took a $3,000 loss. Shortly after, so I finished the day up only about $6,000. So I think maybe FOMO is getting to me a little bit. I'm getting a little antsy for that next big trade, and I'm hoping that we see it soon. I'd say all three of these had potential today, but none of them really unfolded. And the reality is, I actually didn't miss anything today. As of right now, I haven't missed any big mover. But yesterday I missed a bit on MBOT. This one, I kind of fumbled my first entry on it, and just didn't do as well on it as I could have. Wasn't as aggressive as I could have been. So, that's the way it sometimes goes. And this would be a time where I would typically draw some money out of my account, bring the balance back down, so I kind of go back to trading like I've got my back against the ropes, right above the PDT level, because that usually gets me a bit more disciplined. This being the IRA, I actually can't take money out of it. I could transfer it, to a different IRA, but I've only just barely gotten to the point where I can trade pretty much however I want. So, it wouldn't be a good idea to take money out of it right now. So I just have to be mindful of that tomorrow as I come in, to finish up the week, that tomorrow's Friday. I want to make it my 22nd consecutive green day. I'm not even halfway to my record. I've got, another couple of days before I get halfway to a 56 consecutive green day hot streak, another one of those. So I've got to buckle down. Today was a little sloppy, and I'm a little disappointed with that. So good time to regroup, step back, not try to swing for home runs, just scalp my way to the daily goal. Small win here, small win there. That's how you grow a small account. In fact, it's the only way to grow a small account. Swinging for home runs, 9 out of 10 times you strike out. Someone in the room mentioned the other day that Babe Ruth had the most strikeouts, of any player in those days. And, you don't think about that because the damage of striking out in baseball is, well, okay, you'll get another try. And when you do hit that amazing home run, you get all the glory. But with trading, every time you strike out, you're losing money. And sometimes it's a lot of money. And every time you get on base, you're making money. Our goal is to be consistently profitable. And that means you've got to take those small profits because they add up. Right now in my small account challenge, I'll just pull up my my TraderView stats. I don't have anything updated for the month of January. I update these end of each month right now, but let's just look at where I'm at right now as a little update, a little progress report. So I started this account with $583, as you guys know. So let's look at the start date. So 1/1/2017 through current. All right, so detailed report. That's the gross. I'm actually only $50,000 away from being gross over $1 million, but I'm using net. I think that's more fair, anyways. So, net. This is 2,115 trades to get me 83% of the way there. So let's do some math here. So 2,215 divided by 83 is, times is 26, so times 100. So based on this, it's gonna take me about 2,668 trades to get to the $1 million mark, minus 2215 is 450 trades. I'm 450 trades away from crossing over $1 million. All right, now this has been a 2-year journey, but this all, is to say that taking $500 and turn it into $1 million, while it might seem statistically, crazy, is doable if you use a scalp trading strategy, which is small profits. Small profits add up, and occasionally you're gonna hit a home run. Now, yes, occasionally you're gonna have a big loss. I've got a couple big ones here. This was from times that I was swinging for the fences. I was being aggressive. It's gonna happen probably to all of us. I'm not gonna say I'm immune to that, but this is the average hold time, 9 minutes for winners, 13 minutes for losers, and that's something that I'm really happy about. This is me knowing the strategy. Stocks like MBOT, like TBLT, BioC, all of these can, these break out. This is a breakout. A scalp trader is gonna buy it here and is gonna sell it here. That's a 5-minute long trade. That's a quick trade from 350 up to 380. There's your 385, there's your 10%. That's a 10% gain right there. So, if you put a $50,000 position into this, you're pulling out $5,000 right through that breakout. You put in $500 into this, you're pulling out $50 in that breakout, and your account's up 10% like that. And that's what I did on the small account challenge. And as the account grew, I took more and more size, although my share size basically, let's say this was let's just say, I'm gonna go to fast.com here. Let's just say this is the first day of, this is share size here. Okay, so when I first started, my share size was really, really small, but I very quickly increased. So let's say this is like 1,000 shares, that's 2,000, that's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6. Let's say that's 10,000, and this is like 20,000. So I basically went like this, and have now pretty much been like this. It's just not, you just can't keep, and this is why my account profit in terms of percentage is the same, because you just cannot go straight to, 200,000 shares. You can't trade 200,000 shares of these stocks. It is simply not possible. So, that's fine. That just means that you're gonna have this curve. Sometimes people will ask why, if you took $583 and turned it into 100K, you're full of it. If you were really such a good trader, you would have taken 53,000 and turned it into, $100 million. This is the problem. This is a cap. And there's nothing I can do about that. I can't take 100,000 shares, 200,000 shares, 300,000 shares of these stocks. And that's what you would need to do if you were going to try to make 100 million bucks. So in any case, the share size increased very quickly once I got up to $5,000, $10,000 in the account. And from there has been pretty much, steady. My average position size is around 8,000 shares. So, I've tried to increase it a little bit. I'll try to increase it again this year to 10,000 share average position size, but it's just going to be a little limited in how much I can continue to increase share size. So anyways, that's about it for me. So I'm sitting, as of right now, $836,000. That was at the beginning of January. Today, I'm up over 40,000 on the month of January. So that'll be $875,000, which means I'm about $125,000 shy of $1 million. So that means actually I'm only about, what is it? I'm only about $10,000 shy of crossing that $1 million mark in gross profits. So $583 to $1 million asterisk gross. And then I will try to do it net next month. All right, so anyways, that's it for me. I hope you guys had a decent day overall. A little choppy, not a lot of home runs, but that's okay. We'll be back at it. Try to finish up the week Friday with 22nd consecutive green day, and then go into next week and finish up with 4 more green days for the month of January. I want this to be a no red January. In order for me to do it, I cannot allow myself to go down more than probably $1,000. If I go down like 300, I can almost definitely get myself out of the hole. If I drop down 3,000 or 4,000 in my first trade, I'm probably not getting myself out of that hole. So I got to be really mindful on the first couple of trades to try to build my cushion. Don't take a crazy amount of risk. And then once I have the cushion, once I'm already up $1,000, sure, I can take 15,000 shares of something because I've already got my profit cushion. But until I've got that cushion, I got to be careful. All right, guys, I will see you back at it first thing tomorrow morning, 9:15 pre-market analysis live on YouTube, and we'll try to finish up this week strong. All right, see you guys in the morning. Bye, everyone.
If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.